Hey! We're live.
We're alive.
Hello, world. It's good to see you again. And you.
And you.
Hello.
Nice to be still beside you for 2 seconds.
Yes. We finally sat down.
Yeah.
Yay! So what is today? Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Some places call it hump day. Middle of the weekday.
Yeah. I call it Winning Wednesday.
Winning Wednesday for what Lisa does with her group there. Very nice. Is that Business Builders?
Business Builders. Winning Wednesday with Business Builders.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Hey, Crystal. What's happening?
Hello, Crystal.
What is it, about like 2 a.m. in California? I never get that right.
No, she's 3 hours behind us.
I know. The sun's down here. It's already dark, which is crazy.
She hadn't even had dinner.
Oh no, she's probably still just scarfing down lunch while riding horses and wrestling cows.
Yeah, picking up bulls.
Hello, Paula.
We're using our fancy lighting and our new overhead. Went through 2 webcams.
Trying to figure it
and
out.
We're still using the phone
up
there, so we have to get a new webcam because the webcam that we have, both of them. Well, one of them, when you point it down, it had like weird shadow lines, like it was looking through mini blinds. And there's like nothing causing the shadow. And then it just kept focusing. It never focused. It just kept focusing. And then the other one, I was able to get the shadow part stabilized. But then every time I moved my hand under it, it started focusing. So I'm like, we can't really show y'all how to do something if all you see is the camera focusing. So
yeah. So Crystal did just have lunch. She's got 3 or 4 more hours of work to go. That's right. She's in California.
Hey, Paula. So tonight we're going to put together the lantern, which was one of last week's items. I'm sure some of you that ordered probably have yours by now.
What are you laughing at?
That wasn't really on, so.
Oh, it's become its own thing again.
The glue.
That's why we have the spiky thing, which is covered in glue to get through glue and paint.
Thank you, Paula. So can you really, like, from y'all's view, from your monitor view, can you really see a difference in the lighting? Is there, like, with our glasses especially, is there more light?
Well, anytime you're going to move the glasses, you're going to see some kind of light.
Yeah, hopefully it's not annoying.
Hopefully everything else is brighter and crisp and
but I have
all that kind of stuff.
I have the camera set up to where it looks like we're over here.
I am over there.
But we're not.
Thank you. What do you mean we're not? What are you talking about? Where are we? What does that mean?
Well,
she's moving. Look out, she's going to touch stuff. Oh, earthquake. Very natural looking. Thank you. I try. Yeah. I don't like to do all the extra stuff. Try to be natural. Hey. You're getting bossy with that new stool. Getting all spinny and punching me with it. Easy.
Well, that's a little bit better. I'll have to do that later. I don't want to keep moving the camera.
Yes. Who are we, by the way?
You're Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan. You're Lisa.
I'm Lisa.
We together are
Heart's Desire.
Just paint.
So let's just get started.
Let's get started.
Is the glue ready?
The glue is ready to glue.
The glue is ready.
Does anybody know where that's from? Oh, there's plenty of glue in there. Good.
Anybody know what that's from?
Obviously,
the phone is ringing.
Hello,
What's
Nova.
gonna work?
Teamwork. Anyway.
Can anybody name that tune?
Or where it's from?
Yeah, because if you can, that'll make me really happy. Hello, Joyce. Thank you for joining us. Do I remember the name of what that's from?
I don't know.
This is serious.
Yeah. Hello, Joyce.
Okay, so I guess I need to fix this.
You do, so you can know what the grade we're talking about when we say, look at this. Young Einsteins.
No.
Hmm.
Close.
Oh, where's my hands at? Once again, we're still in the process of figuring out where everything goes, which is fun actually.
It's Wonder Pets.
Wonder Pets.
Wasn't it Wonder Pets?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, you said that like I was wrong. I'm like, wait, was that not right?
I just never. What's a Wonder Pet? That's
Wonder Pets. Yes, Wonder Pets. It was the little turtle and the little hamster and the duck.
okay. Now that we got that figured out, let's see what we're doing.
Okay, so we're putting together the lantern. This is what it looked like with the beautiful solar flower arrangement.
And a candle in it.
And a candle.
But what I was trying to do is show them what it looks like when you get it.
Yeah, when you get it, it's going to be all packaged and stretch wrapped.
But then you get all these different pieces.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can move this like so I'm not like way over here?
No.
Why not?
Because it won't that little ball thing won't angle anymore. This is what we got tonight.
Okay. I'll lean forward.
Yeah.
Look at me go. Hello. All right, so we need to glue. So we will start with, as we've done before in the past, the bases, right? We want to make sure,
this part goes that way. So the back side goes up and the back side goes down for that part.
And then this goes on top of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that way you've got the nice side this way and the nice side this way. Yay for nice sides everywhere. But the one with the little holes, that needs to be faced up.
Yep.
So basically we just need to...
Why does that need to be faced up?
I'm going to sneeze. Nope, I'm not. It needs to be faced up because the next ring also has holes and then they line up. So we want the base, which is solid, and then that one, which is solid but has the 4 notches in it. And then you have a ring with 4 notches in it that needs to line up because that's where the supports go.
Oh. In the little notches.
In the little notches. Not nachos, which are delicious. It's true.
I know, you like nachos.
I know, you don't.
I don't.
That's okay.
Yep, that's okay.
So now I'm going to use my super awesome glue. Like I said before, I like to match them up. So I want my grains to go, no matter which way you flip it, it's matchy-matchy. Okay, and also I can tell I don't want glue coming out of the holes, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to put glue in that area. And then over here, this quadrant, I'm doing the quadrants where there won't be any of those things. How about that? That should be good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do your absolute best to line it up as straight as possible. Once again, with this particular glue that we use, you have a couple of seconds of wiggle time before it literally just, it's super glue. It's a type of CA glue, which is super glue.
Get it out of the glare. Starbond flexible medium thick CA glue.
Yep. Then I always flip it over to give it a good pressing. You can't see me. I'm sorry. Flip it over, give it a good pressing. That way that the glue goes where it needs to go.
And that's not shaking the camera.
Okay, so that's nice and glued. That's not going anywhere. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. So once again, this is up with the little slots, because now I want to put the next ring with the matching slots right on top. Now this one's tricky because you got to line up those slots really, really good, because if you don't, then that thing ain't going to go in it. Okay. So on this one, I'm going to put my glue on the back side of the ring so then I can place it exactly where I need to. If I try to put it on this part, that's going to be a little trickier.
It can ooze out. That's what I do.
Yeah, you don't want it. You want to avoid as much of the
no glue oozage.
The glue oozage. You know, it just don't look professional when you got glue ooze.
Glues.
You right there? Okay, so
I'm not doing anything tonight.
I know you're just taking it easy over there, and I'm making sure my lines line up, because if you flip it the wrong way, you won't be happy, or I won't be happy.
I always use one of the supports to kind of force one of them to make sure the rest of them kind of helps them line up.
That's a good idea. Okay, very nice. Well done. Well played. All right, let's do this thing. It just sounded like Wayne's World there for a second. That's, once again, once you got your few, good grief. Once you got your few seconds of that, I flip it over, and I want to go from the flat side because it literally will spread out the glue to the best way for you and get good equal pressure, because you don't want a certain edge to start flipping up. Nobody wants a flippy. Is this a kit that you sell? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see if there you go. I can put that up there and that won't block the view. That's our website right there. And that's listed on there. You can just search for lantern.
I don't know if you can tell or not, but you can't see down in there. I'm sorry. But you can, at least you can see that the wood grain's going the same way, which makes me happy. You flip it over, it's still going the same way. It's like it's one piece of wood. It's
I don't know. I think it's a little
It is
bit.
not. You be quiet. You're not even doing anything.
That was not nice. I am doing stuff.
If you have a pre-made flower ring, it's probably a good time to add it now.
Yes. And I was also going to say, if you...
I don't know what that means.
Well, some people ordered the flower rings to go with it.
Oh, so put that on the base before you put these things in?
Yeah, and then put this in around it. And also, a few people were asking about how they could do it and change it out. So these fit in there really snug. You don't have to glue these pieces
if you don't want to.
So if you left these pieces just like that, and when we put this up here, it's going to stabilize it. And then if you, at the end of fall, you could just lift those out, with a little bit of finagling, because they do fit snug. You could pull those out and change ring out. Okay, so we're gonna test it for you. I'm thinking that's how it's gonna work. So
okay, so am I not gluing these?
So we're not gonna glue these in there yet.
Well, you go ahead and do that part because you're already doing it. Dun, 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 dun. What am I supposed to be doing here? I need to look at the other one to see what this is. Ah. Does it really matter how that goes?
Mm-mm.
No, I guess not. Okay, so I need to, this is the top guy with the single hole. That's the top, because then the ring, I'm sorry, I'll get used to this in about 17 years.
This is the camera.
Yeah, I know. That goes in there. That'll need to be glued though.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. Stay over there. So I'm going to glue, are these like this or are they like this?
Yes, like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Because once again, you want the good wood side and the good wood side. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Good wood, good wood. Okay. So
That's that good wood.
That's that good wood right there, y'all. Don't mess with that bad wood. That stuff will get you all funky. And this stuff does not take much. That's why I'm just doing little dots.
For those that have watched me do videos and do my own gluing when he's not here, you don't have to use as much as I do. Because I'm the one that usually ends up with the gluage. Gluesage. That's a word that we just made up. We own it.
So when they put it in the new dictionary, we want 50% royalties. Gluesage?
Gluesage.
You have to say it the right way. So once again, I flipped it over. My hand is nowhere near the camera. Flipped it over, give it a lot of good, firm downward pressure, and then it is locked tight. So we have this side, that side, blah, blah.
Nelva figured her lantern out by herself because I couldn't find the video from before.
Oh, well, good job, Nelva. So then I just kind of attach this guy to the top. So I'm going to glue that to the top here. It doesn't really matter because all the holes are the same, the notchies. Flip this guy over. Give him a little glue. Don't get too close to the edge because that keeps you away from the gluesage. Yeah. Keep the wood grains going the same way. That will make me happy.
And we all want Jonathan to be happy.
That's right. The only reason I agreed to all this is for you to make me happy. That's not true.
They know that. Unless they're new, and then they might not know that.
That guy's an egomaniac. He needs to get out of my face.
Poor Lisa.
Listen, you laugh over there. Okay, so tra-la-la. So now we have this, and the other side is the notches. Ooh. So then do I glue this in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have the little ring. Hello. Little ring goes in here.
And if you're gonna, you're probably gonna want to paint yours because both sides of this, it's got a good and a bad side of the wood. So you want to go ahead and paint it probably before you assemble it. Oh, Nelva, don't tell him that.
What? Did I do something wrong?
She said I probably didn't do matchy wood, but I painted it so it doesn't matter. Like she didn't keep her wood grain straight. She's not making you happy.
I don't know how to handle that, Nelva. I don't know how to handle that. I do. It's all good. So now with this, I'm just trying to create constant pressure until it dries because I can't really flip this over. It's round. No matchy wood.
It's okay.
I guess. Okay, so it's...
We still love you, Nelva.
Of course. With this, I put some glue down in the slot and then glue on both sides of the actual piece that will go in. So there's plenty of glue down in there. That's why I'm keeping constant good pressure. Because if you've been watching us, we can pick this one up.
And the flower ring itself weighs a couple pounds. So
yeah,
that with the candles, that's probably 3 pounds or more.
Yep.
And it holds it up really good.
Yep.
I glued that one.
It's because you're a champ. And once again, you can leave this stuff whatever color you want, or you can paint it or do whatever you want.
She said, good thing you weren't supervising.
Okay, so that's that. And then now you see we have all these little supports.
Beams.
They go into the notches.
Notches.
The notches.
Like you say that very specific. Notches.
You know why I speak so specifically? Not like then a lot. Because I do talk to text when I'm working.
Yeah.
And if you do talk to text like a real person, You get the weirdest junk out of this. You got to say, you have to be very specific when you speak to the machine.
Like me.
Like you. Because if you don't do that, it's like, yeah, bananas. You know, I didn't say bananas.
Yeah, sometimes when I do talk to text to him, he's like, what?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what did you just say? Now this needs to be glued, right?
Yes, that has to be glued.
But then this whole thing can come up later.
Yeah, that's what we're testing. I'm hoping that's going to work for them so they can change out their flowers. Okay. We'll see once it gets glued.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at. I've never done this before, y'all. So you get this actually close to where y'all are, so you can see it.
So this is either going to work this way, or you will do it the opposite. You will glue the side beams in and not glue that in. Which do you think would be better?
You have to glue this in.
So if these were glued, would that still have to be glued?
Yes.
Okay.
It's too.
So the only way it would work to be able to change out their flowers.
Is not glue the base, because this is too.
That's too wobbly.
Wobbly. Okay. Couldn't think of the word there. I'm like.
Yeah, flimsy.
Like, flimsy.
Flobbly.
Flobbly.
There's another word. Are y'all keeping track of how many words we're creating tonight?
Flobbly.
And gloosage.
Gloosage is number one. Oh gosh. How in the gravy do we do this?
Well, when I did it, I put glue in all the little notches first, and then.
Well, how do you do that?
I did it before I flipped it over.
Oh, I can't do that. It's too late now.
Too late. You're invested.
There's no going back. Can you help me? Get that out of the way. Thank you. Get out of the way. Okay, you need to do that one while I'm holding these. Is it in? To the thingy? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay, spin.
Spin.
Because you have to do that one.
Spin. Spin.
So this part's a little tricky.
So this part would be better if you put your glue in all of your notches before you try to assemble it.
And now I'm guessing you want to try to hold, like what I'm doing, trying to get it from the bottom and kind of squeeze the thing together.
Paula says she's learning so much.
I'm glad.
She's learning new words and everything.
Gloosage.
We will not have spelling in class.
Well, now the thing about not gluing the bottom is you can't pick it up by this.
Right.
You have to pick up the whole thing by the bottom.
Yeah, so if you want to be able to change out your flowers, you're going to have to pick it up by the base.
It's all by the base, by the base, by the base. Base. I don't even know that song. How about that?
Yeah, I knew somebody, and it would be you, Nelma, would say something like that. Your dictionary will be a bestseller, but do you know how to spell those words? There will be no spelling.
It doesn't matter. Aren't we all hooked on phonics?
Everything is audible now, so there will be no reading.
And spell check will change your words like it does anyway.
So it doesn't matter. Like you spell a word right and it still changes. Like, no, that is not right. I had it right.
Such are people's names. Nelva, I can't imagine what it changes your name to. Be like, send a text to Nelva. Send it to Volcano. No, not Volcano. Nelva. Navel. I'm sure these are things, you've heard these things your whole life, Nelva. I'm sorry. Okay, so ta-da. Now the bottom ones are not glued in. It looks like a spaceship.
So, in order to change out your flowers, you just lift them up.
Yeah, that's not too hard.
Lift it up, change out your flower ring, and then put your new one in and put in your little sides.
And they're going to be a little bit more snuggy because the top is glued.
Oh, this one's not.
Well, we're doing stuff we don't normally do. Huh?
Yeah, the glue wasn't completely cured, so it came apart.
Ow. Watch your fingers.
So the glue needs to cure before you do that.
Yeah.
But there you go. And then when you get your flowers on there, you can change it out if you want to. Now, if you want to put your flowering on there, or if you're going to do your own flowers and build it around it, let's change this so I can see myself.
Now, this isn't mainly for flowers, right? You can do whatever you want to.
You can do whatever you want to
Okay.
it. You can just put a candle in there with some greenery. You know, just lay some stuff in there. Or you can put like little, whatever, knickknacks or...
Patty wax. Give the dog a bone.
Yeah, you can put like, it can be like your glue holder.
Or if you put a candle in it. I don't think you want to light the candle.
Yeah, get an LED candle.
Don't light the candle underneath the wooden thing.
Yeah. So
get an LED one.
if you want it to be like a permanent thing and not something you can change out, just glue it, and it will add some stability to it if all the pieces are glued, because this is still gonna wiggle just a little bit, but it's not gonna, as long as you don't pick it up right here, you're fine. That's if you want to be able to change it out.
Yeah, and if you don't, just glue it all and it won't go anywhere. I'm like envisioning those little hourglass see-through things where you can put stuff in there, and that can be seasonal. Woo! Different beads and different colors and all that kind of stuff. Look at me, I'm like a person doing stuff.
You're like a person doing stuff.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, one of the glass globes. Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be.
And just fill it with different beads for the seasons and stuff. You know, since I'm like, oh, Mr. Traditional, my Christmas would be green and red and yellow and gold and silver. Oh, you could hang like silver bells off of there. What? I've created a whole new industry just off this. I want 75% of all the rights. Thank you.
Cheap.
Cheap, 75%.
I want all of it.
Well, you got to make
It's
that
our
stuff.
creation.
Someone's got to make it for you. I got time to make a bunch of silver bells.
So, y'all, you know, we've been working on the studio, right? And we've showed you it all finished and pretty and all the things in place and our lighting and all the things. What we haven't shown you is the things that were pulled out that have still been out all over the house. And I'm slowly a little bit, because I can't just spend like days doing nothing but that. We have to still do all these things. And he likes to eat dinner and stuff like that. So,
yeah, hey, food.
I did not give him a lot of sugar tonight.
I haven't had any sugar yet. Do we even have sugar for me?
No, I'm sorry.
I'll look at things online and be like, it looks delicious. Anyway, you were talking.
So I've been doing a little bit at a time, and a little bit, you know, when you're doing a project, you do the things that are the easiest, the things that give the more instant gratification, you know, the like putting the paint up on the wall, you know, that's pretty, that's fast, boom, 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 done. And then you do all the other things. You do the ribbon and you do the flowers and you hang the stuff and you hang the things because you have the places laid out for that.
Right.
But things that were pulled out of here were paperwork that have just been crammed and crammed and crammed and crammed and crammed. And when you pull it out, I think it multiplies.
It does. Don't give it air.
Like, I'm like, where did I have all this paper? All these, like, all of Patrick's little writing notebooks and, well, not little because it's like his high school stuff. So it wasn't no joke. It's like words I can't pronounce. But
put them in the dictionary.
Yeah. So you have all that stuff, you know, old insurance papers and bills and all the things like that. And that's the part that I'm at. And I had this morning, I said, okay, I'm going to pile it all on the work table in there and go through it and sort it. And I'm going to be done today. I didn't get finished.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I had a tote, like a full-size tote full of just paperwork stuff, like all of Patrick's awards and tax papers and just all the stuff, all the different classes and workshops and trainings that I've done. And I printed out the pretty little worksheets, and most of that stuff went in the trash. So I'm not printing them things out no more when I want to do the classes.
It's very bitter.
Because you print all that, you use all that paper and all that ink, and then I'm not, like, I'm a write down the list and mark it off person, but I'm not a pretty little printable worksheet person. You know, that don't mean nothing to me because I'm going to put it in a little, I don't have anything within reach, but put it like in little sleeve protectors and put it in a little pretty little binder, and it's going to look all cute, and I'm going to put it away on the shelf. And then guess what? 3 years later, when I clean out my studio, I'm be like, oh, I forgot I printed that.
I like the business part of you. Like, I'm not spending money on paper and ink.
Because I don't go back and reference it. I just don't. I don't. I watch it. I absorb what I'm going to absorb.
And you move forward.
And I move forward, and I don't go back to it. Certain things I keep, like with my little clipboard. That's like my cheat sheet things to remind me of my to-do things that I need to do every day, blah, 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 blah. But other than that, all those papers and filling out. And then when I'm watching the trainings, I'll not even fill out their blanks. Because I lose, like, I get distracted and I miss a question. And if I miss one question, I quit. I'm like, I'm done. I ain't even going to try to fill it out.
Eamon said I'm like that too.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa. That's Lisa.
Oh, I'm
Remember
sorry.
Lisa from Langston? She's friends with Dee Dee in Montana.
Yes.
She was okay.
I called you Hammond.
It's okay. Her last name's first. But anyway, sorry about that rant. That wasn't the purpose of my speech.
But we were talking about it at dinner. I was like, you need to share this with everybody else. Like, okay, the studio looks really good and everything, but you have to deal with the other stuff too.
Well, and because I was very defeated when he got home today, I was like, I didn't finish. I was very discouraged. I am very discouraged because I want it to be done.
It will get done. Priority. You are ripping the label off that glue. Good thing it's glue. I can put it back on.
And I'm angry.
Yeah, I know. She's stop it. Stop hurting the poor glue. It did nothing to you.
Anyway, so that's the thing. When you pull all the things out, because that's what we had to do. We had to just completely gut the room to stay in here in an empty room and say, okay, what do we need to do to make it work for where we're at today? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did that. And then I started getting the things back in here. But then now I'm down to the gross little nitty gritty paperwork stuff.
The boring stuff.
The boring stuff. I'm like,
but you have to finish.
I have to finish. I can't. And that's why it's taking me so long, because I'm not just, because I can make it work. I can find a place to put it back in here, because that's why it was the way it was. Mm-hmm. I'm being very, very intentional about everything that I bring back in this room. I'm being very, very intentional. And some of the things that I brought back in this room, I've actually taken back out. I took it back out because it's like, no, I'm not doing it.
You just scold yourself. You do it.
I do. I do that all day. Don't do that.
Do you walk up to a mirror and go?
No, I don't do that. I'm not crazy.
You do.
So anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, and the thing about all the paperwork stuff, that's what I did before Heart's Desire was bookkeeping. Yes. That's what I'm really good at it. I'm really good at bookkeeping.
You are.
But I hate it. And I hate it more now.
Because you don't do it.
Because, like, I would rather sit here and paint something than do some data entry. And I used to love that. Like spreadsheets. Now, I still love spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet queen.
That's true.
Everything is on a spreadsheet. that's how my brain works. But the rest of the stuff, I don't like it. So anyway, I guess my advice would be, if you do what we did, start with the thing you want to do the least first.
The hardest first.
Yeah, and then once that part's out of the way, the rest is going to flow.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. So.
It's true. Always tackle the hardest stuff first.
It is hard, Nancy. It is hard. I want this task to be done so we can move forward to other things. And we got some really cool things coming up. And there's like something really cool that we bought to show y'all and to do and to add. And it's sitting there in a box.
I know. That stuff makes her sad.
What are you going to do?
I don't have a flower, but here's a red Q-tip.
Thank you, honey. I'll cherish it.
Yes.
I'll keep it right there with the rest of them.
Where did it go?
So anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
File cabinet in the old garage.
Well, I know where I'm going to put all the keepsake stuff, but in order to put that there, I have to clean something else out, and I ain't doing that right now. So, I've got empty totes from all of this, so it's going to go into a tote.
Well,
and then guess where it's going to go?
Not in the garage.
No, it's not going to go in the garage because I'm scared of things that crawl into things in the garage. So stuff that I'm going to touch. Should we tell them what happened this morning? A little comic relief before we say goodnight.
Go ahead. It's your comedy.
It wasn't funny this morning.
Mm-mm.
So, how many on here know how much I do not like lizards? Do you? I do not like them. It's a lot. I don't like them. I can't stand them. I will hurt you if you're in my path when I see one. And
That's true.
I will hurt you.
She will jump out of an 80-mile-an-hour car if there's a lizard in there.
Me and my best friend used to work together. We were going to lunch. She's a little hippie, and she would always leave her windows down in her van. So we got into her van and was driving down the road, buckled seat in, whatever.
Yeah. And
guess what crawled up on my seatbelt? Yeah. Then it got on my arm. Let me tell you, this girl right here, I ain't no little skinny minnie, and I wasn't this skinny then. I was bigger than this then. And you know what? I come up out of that seatbelt. I was almost in her lap. I was out of that seatbelt, feet in where my butt should have been. My feet were there, and she had to pull over. Thank God we didn't get into a wreck because I wasn't playing. So we pulled over, couldn't find it.
I'm sure it jumped out of the window because you scared the
No, it didn't. It's that little nasty thing stayed in the van. But it went back. So we, not peacefully, but we went about our way to the beach because we were going to the beach for lunch, and we didn't have time to play around. So we got to the beach and she looked for it and stuff, didn't find it. And then we went and had our lunch and came back to the van. She looked for it again, found it, and was able to, we, not me, we as in she was able to scurry it out of the van. So when I say I don't like them and I will hurt you, I will cause an accident.
Yeah, I was doing something else and she came busting out of the house and I saw that face. I'm like, oh, there's a lizard somewhere.
Yeah, so I was on the back porch. I was moving the furniture around, getting trash together, things like that. And Jay said she wouldn't jumped out of the van. Hey, if I could have got that door open, I probably would have. I
laugh because at least it happened to someone else other than me. It happens to me all the time.
So I'm like on the back porch this morning. We have a screened in porch. It's screened in. It's my space, not their space. It's my space. My space.
Yeah, I got you.
He put pretty little lights up for me. He put the ceiling fan up. It's my space. So I'm out there. I'm moving the furniture around, straightening the pillows. I went to scoot the coffee table. And then the little lizard was like that close to my finger. My heart stopped. I just come in the house, close the door. And you were getting ready to leave for work.
Yeah, I was doing
Yeah,
something else.
he was getting ready, getting dressed to leave for work. And and he knows the look.
Well, her voice goes to a completely different level. There's like a spider level, and there's like a palmetto bug level, and then there's lizard level. And lizard level means I can see her check. She's like, Jonathan! And I'm like, I better go shoot something. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, it was bad. It takes me, when something like that happens, it takes me a good hour, 2 hours to like.
Well, her adrenaline dumps bad. It's one of those things, if you want her to lift the car off of you, show her a lizard. I'm serious. She'll be like, boom, boom, and she'll chuck that thing off of you and be like, let's move on.
Because I had my bin full of wood on the back porch that I was taking to the dump, to the landfill, to the little recycling wood bin. And it's really heavy. Really heavy. Like, it's one of those big, like, how big is it? Like 4 feet?
It's a big chunk of them.
Wide, the big, long black ones, full of wood scraps. So he was going to load it in the van for me so I could take it, right? So when he went out there to look for the lizard, and I saw where he chased the lizard because it was really fast, chased it to the other side, I reached down and grabbed that tote and yanked it in the house. I was like, you ain't even getting in that because that's about to go in my van. Because this girl wouldn't have went today. So anyway.
She's going to do palmetto bugs.
Yeah, I don't like those either. And the thing with those, why do they have to fly? Why do they have to fly? Like, what's the purpose?
To freak you out.
Jackie, you do too like the outdoorsy spaces. You all time going in them pretty places. What's that place she goes to that I want to go to?
She's showing alligators and lizards and what is that? Snake or skink or something? I don't know what that is.
What's the place she goes to that I want to go to? The pretty outdoor landscaping place. It's got all the fountains and stuff. True Blue? True Blue?
The nursery?
Yeah.
True Blue.
Yes. You go there? I'd be scared to walk around there.
Yeah, but you go to Brook Green.
Yeah, I stay on the sidewalk.
Well, you're supposed to stay on the sidewalk. They got things that'll kill you there.
Yeah.
when you're walking around, it's gorgeous. If you don't even know what that means because you're doing part of the country, it's a national landmark, awesome, amazing place. But it's in the middle of a swamp. Mm-hmm. And all the signs say, "Stay on the path.
Do not feed the alligators."
Yeah. Don't do anything. See, Jackie wants to go to True Blue then.
Yeah, well, she goes a lot and she gets really pretty pictures. I thought it was like some kind of a garden or something, but it's just the nursery.
That's where you buy stuff, right?
I guess. I've never been.
I have a lot of clients that buy from there. Anyway, we are way off track.
We are. I just want to share my funny story and now my heart's like all like racing again.
I know. See, when you start talking about it, now because I'll just do this random thing where she's like,
we are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Liz.
And in Murrells Inlet, there is a national landmark of an old sculptor. It's a sculptor place, and it's still for
Huntington. What was her first name? Joyce said she loves Brook Green.
It's gorgeous, but it's amazing. The grounds there, it's astounding. So, but it's in the rice fields because it used to be a rice plantation years and years and years and years and years ago. And
that Christmas they do
Night of a Thousand Candles.
Night of a Thousand Candles, and it is just breathtaking.
Hundreds of thousands of lights all over these gorgeous trees, all over the place. It's amazing.
Candles that they light
and then
every day.
And float everywhere.
They light the candles every day. It is amazing. And the most delicious hot chocolate that you have ever had in your life.
She has spoken.
I love that hot chocolate.
Yes. Anna Hyatt Huntington.
Yes,
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you.
Very cool sculptures. And then it's also a modern day. There are modern sculptors who go there and learn and display and do all that kind of stuff. It's very cool.
Let's go, Jackie. Liz said that we're north of her. She's in Jacksonville. Okay. Me and Patrick, our son Patrick was, where were we? We were in Live Oak this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she on here? Rita? I haven't seen Rita's name. Okay.
Nope, she's not. But Liz said she lives in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Joyce, do you live here local where we're at, or you just come vacation here and go to Brick Green? I have dry paint in my apron pockets.
Of course you do. Lisa's not lead paint, so you can eat it.
I'm not gonna eat it. Oh, you're right outside. Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe next time we go see Miss Rita, we can have a little meetup. She took us and showed us the sights. It was so pretty. We went to the springs. Man, I've never seen anything like that.
Live in Maiden, Malden.
Maiden, North Carolina.
It's Maiden? I'm sorry, golly.
I think this is Maiden.
Is it Maiden or Malden?
I think it's Maiden. It sounds familiar. Okay. I grew up in Gastonia. He grew up in Charlotte. So we're Carolina people, and I'm like all lopsided with my apron.
I'm doing fine. Anyway.
So anyway, that went way off track there. But thank y'all for hanging out with us.
We made this. Remember that? That was like 10 years ago. We made this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So y'all have a good night. If you have any questions about this, let us know. And you can find these. If you didn't catch them last week, you can find them on our website right there. Hearts Desire, 4u.com.
Cool. You did that very well. You've said that a couple times.
Thank you. So, and if anybody's on here that did not get the text alerts, we do send out a text when we're getting ready to go live. Tomorrow's so we won't be doing daily lives like together necessarily, but we'll still be doing more than just Thursday nights.
Yeah, but tomorrow's Thursday night.
Because he still has to make the bow, and then we still have to make the pumpkin out of the jar lids. So.
I didn't get out of the bow thing.
Mm-mm.
I get to make a bow. I get to make a bow. I get to make a bow.
You can get even pick out your pretty ribbon.
Do I get to make arrows for it?
We could go buy some ribbon. You can.
No, I think
I don't think there's anything over there you like.
That's not true. You just fibbed.
Yeah, we have plenty of ribbon.
Yes.
But we need to use some of that ribbon so I can go buy more ribbon.
I got ribbon.
There's actually another basket of ribbon right there.
Oh my, where'd that come from?
Well, Paula brought me some. It's her fault.
Thanks, Paula. Anyway.
Y'all have a good night. We appreciate you. If you want to sign up for
my name is Liz and I have a ribbon problem.
Yes. Have you seen my ribbon? Did you see the ribbon section of our wall? I'm not going to show you right now because the ugliness of all my other stuff is in the way. But if y'all want a text alert to know that when we're going live, just text the word live to 843-279-2558.
Liz has more than you. Oh. Yes, thank you, Paula.
Well, thank you, Liz. See, Liz has more ribbon than me. We need to go shopping.
That didn't really help. The keeping up with the Joneses thing doesn't really matter.
I got that FOMO. Somebody can have more ribbon than me. I'm just kidding. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow night is our live reveal for this week's $5 Friday items. Who's excited? We may have something right behind the camera that's going to be on there.
Hello.
She said you can come and shop in my house, my neighbors too. Okay, and now I must see pictures. I want to see pictures so I can be like legit jealous.
Mm.
All right, y'all talk to you later. Bye.